Good morning. My name's Kim. Welcome to my channel, Five Mirror Mirror Tarot. They told me to jump in, and we're going to get into all of it. I hope you're having a good morning, and I thank you for clicking on this video right now. This will be a channeled message for you for your highest good. So let's release karma for the entire collective consciousness, shall we? Can you see that? For the highest good, because your butt nuts and toxic people are all in the same collective with you and me. Now then, I trust this message has found you at the perfect time. And I really appreciate you. And I welcome you. And I thank you so very much for being in this moment, this magic moment. And as always, collective, I love you so, so much. And I'm so very proud of you. I know this is the Froud. We're going to jump right into the Froud. It's hard for me to do my Holy Bible divination between 3 and 4 in the morning because that's where I need my computer keeps overheating and turning itself off. So it's hard for me to cross-reference. That's why I do a lot of real work. But you've seen me in real time where I hit that Bible over there, so I'll do that. That's pretty much... I eked one out this morning, but the little fan isn't cooling it off, so the computer gets overheated, turns itself off. So I'm like, so I barely can use it. Doesn't stay on long enough for me to do the analyticals and everything you're supposed to do on YouTube, you know. I can't. The damn computer turns itself off, so what's the point? Anyway, this is the Froud. This is the Pixies. Oh, and they give the best kisses. Pixies give the best kisses. They're sweeter than Hershey kisses at Valentine's. I guess we eat Hershey kisses at Christmas, Easter, Halloween. Well, anyway, a collective of pixies. That's a progress. Lively and lightly, you take joy and pride in achievement. You approach your work with zeal and zest and some zing, and perhaps a little zaniness as well. Something appeals to you, collective. There's something about this light-hearted approach to your duty, your obligations in life, and that's important at this time. If you want to get the results that you want now, you trust where the light leads you. You go to where you feel love, kindness, and free and collective. Give me your love, I need it. Well, I hope you're having a good morning, but let's put your channeled message into context so it stays relevant and resonates. It's timely. It's a timeless reading. I've almost got 200 in my playlist. These are timeless readings, no matter when you or someone you love who's dealing with a squirrely bully. No matter when you or they look at the entire video. Look at me now. All I want is your love. This is what I was picking up between 3 and 4 in the morning. Some of one of you in love, collective. Somebody's in love. Look at me now. All I want is your love. Why don't you give me your love? That's the energy shift I feel. Now then, as far as your squirrely ones go, avoid any negativity that comes from toxic relationships filled with cruddy old judgment, hatred, blame, and cruelty-fueled ridicule from some squirrely people, especially today. It's not live. especially today. Now then, we did the frown. I'm getting ready to tap into the angelic realm. Let me get over here. What? We got that lined up. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Now, if I do really begin over there on the other side, now we're going to get rolling here. If you want to support the channel, or just say thanks, now's an absolutely fabulous time. You can hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video on your socials, or drop a comment with your thoughts. Any of that helps the channel big time. Or you could consider doing all of that before we really get into it now. I know I was really picking up on that love vibration, unconditional. You're attracting to yourself the love that you deserve, especially if that's what you want. Not going to force you, not going to twist your arm out of socket and make you do what love, Auntie. I'm not going to force you. Now then, for our little soul family, we're still growing, but we're still so cozy. We're here this morning. It's a beautiful day in the land of enchantment. I'm coming to you because it's life out here in the Southwest. And I live in a strange, little cosmic town called Kirky. And if you're my soul family, you know that we are. If you like the energy on my channel, you really should subscribe. We are a fierce, sassy soul family. And right now, you get cozy, you get settled in. Now, if I'm hydrating, you need to hydrate, collective. Because right now, our little soul family, I love you guys. Come on in here and you show me a kindness. Well, get ready because you're venturing into, this is why we're fierce and sassy, because we have no more effects to give. We are venturing on 5 Mirror Mirror Tarot. We're venturing into don't give a feck television, because we don't. But you come in here, you got a safe place to land. You've got a place to belong. You come in here, I'm going to help you to fortify yourself for a fabulous future. How about that now? Permission is not granted to link or to repost this video. This video is for comedic. This video is for educational and informational, spiritual and entertainment purposes only. Yes, I'm going to tell off-color jokes about baby boomers. And this video doesn't refer to any specific person, real or imagined, in all dimensions, known and unknown. It should not refer to any specific person, especially if it's a fictitious character in a fairy tale YouTube. But I still say things like, if I say the kill switch word, yeah, I still say unalive because we're on YouTube. But usually I just spell it out. CILL. Because I just have to feck with the YouTube AI computer now, don't I? I can't seem to help myself. So I deal in fairy tales. Get the children out of the room. These fairy tales are not for the children. You got to be 18. This video doesn't refer to any specific person, alive or deceased, past, present, or future. Got it? And you can't prove I'm talking about you, Madame Tremaine from Cinderella. That's the only one I go after. I do not show that evil stepmother any respect because she doesn't deserve it. Anyway, this video doesn't refer to any specific person, real or imagined, and should not refer to any specific person like the diarrhea-filled skin suit in the White House. Trump all thin skin. Tiny fist of fury. Tiny fist of fury No one's buying that bollocks that his hands are bruised because he shakes hands. Oh, for the love of criminy. Someone needs to drop a bomb on that bitch, Carolyn Levitt. Metaphorically. Now then, I digress. It should not refer to any specific person, real or imagined, even if he's circling the drain. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we are going to throw, the whole globe is going, we all wake up in the morning and look for this one obituary. Because we all gonna celebrate. Come on, come on. Dun, 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 dun. You know it. The whole globe is gonna have a party. Look, don't be tardy to the party. Nobody's gonna be tardy to that. Who loves you now, baby? Cratering in all the polls. It's Schadenfreude is delicious. Every morning we get new Schadenfreude. I don't refer to any specific person as having NPD or narcissistic traits, but I will speculate and tell jokes about him till the cows come home. That would be Tiffany. Especially to support an allegation that the maker of this video on 5 Mirror Mirror Tarot believers support a claim that diarrhea-filled skin suit at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. No, we're not going to support a claim that a person, real or imagined or selected as our president twice, is literally a narcissistic bully or a maladaptive Machiavellian piece of son of a bitch. If only Fred had pulled out. That was a joke. That was for entertainment purposes. Grow the feck up, YouTube. Now then. This is an open read because many subjects, because I pop off and don't know when I'm going to tell an off-color joke, but I do. So there. This is going to hurt you more than this is going to hurt me, is what I'm picking up. People aren't afraid of it anymore. Chuckle Nuts, the Republican dancing clown. See what I did there? That's a joke, YouTube. Blocking inhibitions and frustration around Tiny Fist of Fury. Those who used to see him as a big, strong, good-natured person who desired to overcome obstacles. Eggs have only gone down 4 cents. 4 little pennies a dozen, and then he took pennies away. Got it? The blush has fallen off the rose with his followers. And now is the time, if we really want our souls to sing and heal as a country, now is the time that, yeah, you're not going to believe what I'm going to say, but here we go. Some of them, the scales have fallen away from their eyes. Yeah, some of them are just wretched, but some of them are snapping out of it because of his cover-up. The most powerful man right now in Washington, D.C. is a dead pedophile pay named Jeffrey. He's got all the power right now. He's the most powerful, and he's been gone since 19 or 20? 2020? When did he When did his expiration date, his shelf life go? He's in charge of this from the grave. And that's no joke. That's going to be the turning point where these people are going to snap out of it, because he's using politics to cover up depravity for his little billionaire buddies that he gave all of our tax money to for the last 10 years. The first time around he did it, and now for the next 20 or 30 years for this big, beautiful ass tariff bill. So expect difficulties or loss. They have to accept the challenge now, and that means reality. Reality. They're still going to have to, they're here to grow their souls too. That's what my channel, I tell you all, we're only stuck on this earth to grow your soul. And our souls don't give a rat's patootie what your political affiliations are, only your ideological ones. And if you don't believe in anything, that's okay too. But your soul puts you down here to grow your soul. So they're seeing that he's a flim-flam man. Google what a flim-flam man is. You go, oh yeah, that's cotton, yeah. Flim-flam man. Your intuition serves you well. So this is an open read, many subjects, because these messages going to hop all over the place. But only if you pay attention to your intuition. Don't ignore it. Be open to receiving out of the dark into the white light. Drama with added devil toxicity. Okay, the only time they can really get it going here is going to be on New Year's Eve. Yeah, well, yeah. Happy New Year. Happy New Year's. We're coming. We're going out of the year of the snake. I think we're going into, isn't it? Leave me a comment. I think it's a horse, isn't it? Is the next one the year of the horse? We came out of the age of the snake, shedding those layers and those skins. And so now you got the shiny new version of yourself. You have the skills and you do whatever this thing is that you want. And this is your passion. That's your passion. What does the divine need to share? What did you say? Oh. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I'm supposed to point out for all of you, you think pretty well on your feet. Keep doing that. Please. Keep doing that. Libra, it's either you or them. Either you're a Libra or someone you're dealing with. Very good time. This vibe is... You carry this little heart and exalt everyone's spirit in business, and it's also for your personal life. It's both. Consider where you are going. What are you journaling under the heading of long-term goals? What are you taking on any level, just one level? Helping your higher self move towards those goals at a steady pace. Please do that. Please. Money, 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 money. Did you hear the part about money? Money, 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 money. Buckeye. Buckeye. Buckeye State? No. Oh. Very lucky vibe. You'll always have money, 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 money. Masculine. Taking action. Competition in the workplace, but it's a healthy one. You want to do it. Like maybe in the spring you're going to play baseball for charity. Forgiveness is all about practicing love with emotion, called resentment, so that the latter doesn't block your desire to live from a true nature in order to heal the resentment instead of carrying it around. Practice self-love on or nearly the full moon. And then make love completely. I triple dog dare you. Do it. You practice self-love on nearly the full moon, almost to the full moon, and then you make love completely. Do it. I triple dog dare you. Who knows, you might like it. A lot. Let's see. We are for people 18 and older. We are all adults here. This is the power of choice. God's greatest gift to man and the cause of all suffering. The hope of immortality. Power of choice. Well, that would be the eternal inheritance we've all been promised. Mystic Rose says that the mirror work, using tarot as a mirror, like a tool to tap into the subconscious in theory. So what is being reflected this morning? What does collective need to know? Balancing effect on you, on your life. Childish eating habits are replaced by no-nonsense snacks. God, I just love peanut butter on celery, and I'm not so keen on putting raisins on it. Ew. I don't eat raisins. They look like cockroaches. I'm like, no, I can't eat any food that has raisins in it. It could be a bug. While you mend your broken heart, self-care is important. You broke your heart about something to do with yourself, not necessarily another person. Or it's a collective reading. I could be talking to. I'm sorry if you got your heart broken. I'm sorry. The moment, the moment that you knew it was felt that there was a passion here. That's either going to be a platonic relationship or a romantic one. So that's an affirmation. The divine mind and ideas are conducted to push them outward to the remotest parts of the universe, to infinity itself, and through all bodies into all of God's works this morning. Again, you got an all-purpose vibration to attract in money. Good for you. One soul family uses an accurate spiritual cleansing frequency this morning and a technique as the energy workers and light beings engage in this wonderful bright light this morning. We're bathed in it. It's an energy. Bring flowers into the bedroom in colors that you like. Do it. For this morning's Tarot Enhanced Channeled Messages. Well, there are a lot of blessings to claim. And this involves spiritual resonance, transmutation, energy. And that was the first thing I saw this morning. A farm. Why are you showing me that? Old MacDonald had a... simplicity of life. Tapping into your intuition. Needing to get back to the basics. A belief system you carry needs some attention. Focus on the seat of your intuition. To conquer, to gain favor, to avoid confusion, to obtain success, to obtain protection. I'm so proud of you. You've shown up for yourself this morning. And I'm tapped in collective. At 3:04 in the morning, no, I had you. I know your number. I know your name. This allows every viewer to be helped to remove or release negativity. We do it every morning. We remove or we release your own energy blocks. You're doing that because you feel through your discernment that you must remove any blockages in your chi to prevent you from living your life better from now on. Even if you have to do it every day. You just showing me black cat firecrackers. Aren't those M80s that people put in toilets for pranks? God knows the reason why they would. Well, that's a pretty big explosion. Okay, love and luck, to bring luck to you, to bring luck into your home. Yes, with firecrackers. Firecrackers. This vibration will make you unstoppable, and it enables you to create mastery over anything. Love, health, money, 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 money. I keep seeing that. You have a real freedom to really explore and to go for many levels of discovery in your own skin and liking it. Kick up those heels. Beloved, enticing vibration to attract attention, even excite others sensually or sexually. Your guardian angel's approval, chaperone. Your guardian angel's your chaperone. Respect the family unity bonds. Even if that's like your friends or your soul tribe, but not your blood relatives. You made your own family up of people that don't do crappy things to you all the time like your real family. Divine protection from your angels and your ancestors, and something's played out to the end, and boy, are you pleased about it. Insufferable jerk face gets karma, but guidance gives you clear direction. What? I think through the work that you've been doing with this emotional healing, it's centered on this liberation vibration to go through this door and really connect with your soul's destiny. Treating yourself really nice. Plot used to deceive you into bogus romantic tryst or emotional tryst, but very toxic codependent prank of a relationship. That's like catfishing. They're never going to commit. It was all just for feed their ego. You use this vibe to attract angels and ancestors to help you immediately. Help. Ask them. They'll help you. In the past, people told you, no, that's just not the way for you to do things. Those are baby boomers. Don't listen to them. They're out of touch. Or others told you that you were told when you were a little bit or something younger that that's not the best way for you to do things. Who the hell are they? You weren't even fully formed, but they're telling you that you're doing stuff wrong. Screw them. Okay, your 6th chakra is cleared. Your 3rd eye is clean. Spiritual bodyguard takes names and kicks you know what. Some of you got a spiritual bodyguard. Those are fun. Actually, in real time, see them. How does someone toxic fight something that's invisible? They can't. And it's pretty feckin' funny. But you know what you're watching. You know, it's like that, like a demon is attacking. No. It's an angel. It's specifically your angels are kicking their ass because you told your angels you give them permission to kick your squirrely people's ass. And then you stand back and watch, and they do. And you smile quietly to yourself and you thank them. Oh, I saw that too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so they keep doing it. Every time you say thank you, because you gave them permission once, but every time you say thank you, that lets them get a little bit deeper and tearing your toxic people a new a-hole to grow their soul. If I'm hydrating, you need to hydrate. So, what is the divine want to share? 2 devil cards in a row. One right side up, the other one upside down. No truce. Oppression. Yeah, he's getting karma, Tiny Fist of Fury. Trying to make that file go away and cover it up. Thank God they're all inept. It's a good thing. And here's another devil card. 3 devil cards in a row. 10 of Swords. It's Tiny Fist of Fury. And the 2 of Swords. That's going to be what's going to actually cut him out of the picture here. Where he just might go to prison before he Shuffles off that mortal coil now. One boomer that we all want thrown under that bus is T-Rump. It's a fact that baby boomers are more thin-skinned than, let's say, millennials and anybody else a study on narcissism finds. It's not remarkable. There are more narcissistic than other generations because they grew up in a timeline when the United States government provided social contract privilege. Like, by the time 1947 came around, the New Deal with Social Security and stuff, we'd been using it for quite some time, hadn't we? Then there was the GI Bill. Then there was, got it? That's why baby boomers, they got all the goodies and screwed the rest of us get nothing. And that's why this isn't fair. Now, my kid is a millennial. In comparison, his is the fastest changing age group, well, him and young people. This is young adults all across the board who are found to start out with a lower degree of thin-skinism or hypersensitivity than their older counterparts, like their boomer parents, or maybe their grandparents were boomers somehow. Allegedly, narcissistic behavior is supposed to back off as your squirrely people get older. They'll back off, but it's not going to stop. Okay? Take it off your bucket list. You'll be relieved. One thing about butt nuts is and narcissists is that they will not ever be open to criticism. We are. They're live and let die. They're afraid of they went through their whole life just scared shitless of everything. And then raised their children to be scared of everything. To be afraid all the time. If you do that, you're going to die. If you do that, you're going to die. If you do that, you're going to die. Because they got all the goodies in the course of their lifetime, and they did not help their own children or grandchildren coming up after them. We were to fend for ourselves even when they were parenting. Yeah. So many psychologists and psychiatrists have offered a wide range of opinions on Trumple Thin-Skin's personality and behavior before the ravages of dementia allegedly crept into the scene. I'm not a doctor. That was a feckin' joke. Remember, riddle me this, collective. What political party, this is true, what political party bribed and then scared the living crap out of the American Psychiatric Association in the 1960s? When I was a child. Because the Republicans forced the feckin' Goldwater rule onto the American voters. Here's a little trivia thing for you. I taught Wicca 101 in my living room. Wicca 101 class. One of my students was Mary Goldwater. She was the great niece. Oh, I'm sorry. She was the great granddaughter of Barry Goldwater, and she said that he was crazier than a shithouse rat. But the Republicans, that's why in 2020, right up to the present 2025, is how we got T-Rump. Mental health professionals were shamed and guilted when Goldwater ran. All mental health professionals were advised against providing a professional opinion on public figure Don John T. Rump, because they had not literally professionally examined the Mango Menace, from what they have not personally examined, and from whom they have not gotten consent to discuss T. Rump's mental health like he's going to give it to them, or his lack thereof. Allegedly, that was a joke too. Grow up, YouTube. In the 1960s, that rule passed. by the skin of its teeth, and it's not even a law. It's not a law. It's a suggestion. But the Goldwater rule in 2025 is bollocks. He's not running anymore. He is the president, for feck's sake. Goldwater was never president. Hello. There's the fly in the wreath thugs' little ointment. Their toxic little ointment. Public discussion and media whore coverage says something's rotten in the state of Denmark, Prince Hamlet. Media whores frequently use terms like narcissism or narcissist, opportunist, flim-flam man, grifter in chief. He's a boomer. No shit, Sherlock. An absolute feckin' academic consensus across multiple studies over the last 10 years, and I'm being generous, but especially 2019 before he was voted out the first time, characterized baby boomer in chief, Trumple thin-skin of the wild frontier, as having over-the-top extroversion, and extra perversion is more like it. Very low levels of agreeableness. No conscience at all, Jiminy feckin' cricket. No emotional maturity or stability. And he registers a 10 on a sky feckin' high scale for narcissism. Oh, yes, and our Presidente Alcarte is a narcissist, sweetie, allegedly, metaphorically speaking. Ugh. Trumple thin-skin's malignant, malodorous narcissism is more than just toxic. He's a biohazard, metaphorically. He's like a huge, stinky, malignant tumor on the U.S. presidency. He is a toxic tumor, all right. He suffers from Machiavellian malignant narcissism. It's a form of narcissism. I'm speculating. I'm not a doctor. A diagnosis, and I'm not a feckin' doctor, but more toxic than a covert narcissist, which is just a mere personality disorder. And I say that the baby boomers since 1946, that generation of those a-holes has groomed the rest of society ever since 1946. The rest of us, they groomed us to the disease to please. And on my channel, we're stopping that crap, is how we're going to stop them from ruining the rest of our twilight years. By being steeped in selflessness, the disease to please a feckin' baby boomer. That is a stew of our own making, because we keep trying to think that this disease to please, and there is no pleasing them, I'm here to tell you. Provided that the toxic bastards, the meal ticket for narcissistic supply is over, welcome to my channel. So what does the divine need to share? Ooh, you're highly discriminating and discerning. You're open to criticism. You don't have a problem with it. Critical self-analysis, you love it. You see what has fallen out of harmony in yourself and you adjust it. You like during Mercury retrograde, you're supposed to go inward. The dried flower fairy, expect calls or contact out of the blue. Ooh, you could bump into an old friend. Or it's just all this energy as a reminder, metaphorically, of the happiness coming right over to you, walking over to you. All these levels of serendipity and spontaneity that the universe is sending to you. Oh, my nose is itching. Oh, let me see. What is it? Oh, heavens to Betsy. I'm telling you, devil. Right side up, right side down. So, you are able to look at what needs to change and adapt yourself. They're not ready. They're always having a war in their own skin. Then they take it out on you and blame you for it. And that's how they oppress you. You're not doing it. Six of Swords. Well, that's you going from choppy waters, toxic waters, to clear, pristine waters that aren't. And here's the devil again. Again. Seduction and downfall. Pride before the fall for your toxic communications. Oh, they're like dead men walking. They burnt themselves out. They need to stop. Then they take stuff out on you and they burn themselves out. Ten of Swords, they're doing it to themselves. Keep that hamster wheel, the hamster wheel. And let's see. Two of Swords, you have a decision to make. And the dried fairy, sweet memories, trouble in mine. I'm so blue, but I won't be blue always. Because you won't. What crosses the situation? They stuck together. You renounce the security offered by playing familiar South Node roles. Means voluntarily giving up. You're in your North Node. Do not go backwards. You do not want the security offered by playing in your South Node. Do not give up on your habitual defense mechanisms. The Pink Lotus Fairy, again, this is a time of spirit. Engaging and working with spirit and having a fine time. Happily, behaving badly but playfully and harmlessly, because you're balancing all of it out. It's part of you releasing negativity. And some level of potently powerful new spiritual energy teaches you, or you get a new teacher. You get a new teacher. Maybe it's me. Maybe less than trying to pick your locks, get in your britches, you two, my divine feminine, my divine masculine, and can't. Because you go elsewhere. They can't get into your company to, it's really bumming them out. Big bad vibes, boys and girls. Five of Wands, they're burdened. Fighting amongst their enablers. People on their team, they're picking fights with them because they can't fight with you. Six of Pentacles, it's an end to your sexual frustration. Someone's going to get some action. So that means someone going to give you some loving. Give you some love in a time for spirit. In the pink. In the pink. Basis. The basis. You use that sort of penetrating insight, collective. You come to recognize that masks have passed. You don't wear masks. You don't need to wear them ever again. Any change at this time brings you closer to maintaining who you really are. To not just to camouflage or protect yourself is why you were wearing masks or playing roles. You don't need to. But to you discovered that was separating you from yourself. And you cannot do that. You can't tolerate that. You're having too much fun being really nice to yourself. And sometimes others too. When you wear a role or a mask, sometimes you were separating yourself from others you don't want to be separated from. So the Eclipse Mermaid says resistance is futile. You need To always remember who you are. It's your strength, your authentic self, your true self, showing up for yourself in a really strong way as the sun comes up. So you show up for yourself. That's your virtue. Look at all that energy on you. Oh my goodness. What's this? The Queen of Wands. Divine power guards against when things are troubling you. Five of Swords. Desire to know ancient wisdom. The eclipse mermaid, a powerful energy shift around you, within you. As it is within, let it be without. Huh, I like that. Very good. Over the next 2 weeks ahead. This is a vibe that is carried for smexual intimacy, smexual love. Patience in communicating your love. Temptation to love others very, very well. The Nautilus Princess. You are asked to realistically step up to the plate to claim 100% responsibility for your own sexuality. We're all adults on this channel. Literally dealing with new levels of abundance and healthy emotional healing and emotional wealthy ways. You deserve that. You know you do. You asked for it in your prayers. You weren't prudent as how you got squirrely people into your life in that disease to please. You were raised to be that way. It's not you. You get much more pleasure out of remembering and being who you are and showing up for yourself and communicating with yourself and how you talk to yourself, being really nice to yourself, really good to yourself, because that is also your strength. And then the Seven of Pentacles, using your discernment, you get general prosperity, and then in comes the mother lode of blessings. And this is for the deliverance of prisoners. So see, some of your loved ones going to get out of jail. Ace of Pentacles, divine blessings to drive away evil spirits. And in an agrarian society, you must ask the question, is that oxen lint? Powerful personal growth that you deserve. And you enjoy it. Oh, I like that too, Holy Spirit. What crowns collective? Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. New clarity, new openness. Discarded masks are revealed with a natural childlike innocence, which is kind of nowish, and you're set free. Do not jump on the first opportunity out of several that are coming in all at once. Wait. Check both your sources as being credible, and then you invest, and then not get excited, and then you use your inner wisdom. The Sea Beacon Fairy, you have tons of resources and opportunities, more than you even know. Oh, you're so attracting everything into you, so receptive. In a new way, taking risks that pay off. It's not a crapshoot, because you're setting boundaries and you're very keen and strong in your communications, thorough, very thorough. Everything's not forced, everything's fitting into place accordingly. Nine of Wands. Universal medicine, metaphorically. Elevation of the soul. growing the soul, and the revelation of mysteries. You're gonna learn some ancient wisdom. Guidance, but where will it lead you? This is worthy being adventurous, bound for adventure. I like that too. Definitely in the future. Change walks hand in hand with impulsiveness. Many occurrences of life going on, but yet you take all things in stride. Let's take a look at a human being's fear of literal death, shall we, collective? All we have to do is tune in, and like I told you, everyone is looking for one specific obituary every morning all across the whole world. He's got the whole globe unified looking for his obituary. That's called irony. So let's examine mortality, shall we? The finite. All things come to barrenness, and eventually he's going to shuffle off that mortal coil, because he is. And it helps you to come alive. And the here and now, as soon as we see that he's a goner for real and he can't come back. No clear, it won't work. That helps us. The second he shuffles off the mortal coil, we all are going to reprioritize. All of humanity is going to get its shift together. You wait. You wait and see. You heard it here first on 5mm Tarot. You heard it on my channel first, because you did. Now then, what's the first one? Life will be a luck. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream, merrily, 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 merrily. He's gone. He was too extreme. The opposite of disappointment is we will all be giddy. We're going to be so damn happy, because then everything will go right back into alignment. That's the divine orchestration that our whole planet needs. And that's what I just say. And the judgment card. Temperance, judgment. Him getting karma, the angel of alchemy. When he croaks, it will be a miracle. When he's gone is when we need to pull the ones that decided he went too far, covering up for the Chester the child molester ilk of the billionaire class. Got it? They were duped like their forefathers and foremothers were duped the first time around when the robber barons did this in our country. And eventually we rode them out on a rail. We tarred and feathered them, I kid you not, with real tar and feathers. And rode them out on a rail, rode them out of town. Well, they don't have to do that this time. We just have to vote them out. Period. Thank God for our forefathers set it up that way. Avoid we'd be screwed by 2025. Hope in the environment. Love left uncontrolled leads to luxury. This is the Lantern Fairy. Trust where the light leads you. Go to where you express how you can feel true love and kindness and be free. Avoid all negativity that comes from toxic relationships filled with harsh judgment, hatred, blame twisting, and ridicule from the toady toxics. Your bollocks mongers, your swirly ones. They're getting karma too, not just him. Yeah, Everyone can see that he's debauched. Our president is debauched. The whole world can see it. This is an open read, many subjects. This is a tarot card reading, YouTube. Get with the program on 5 Mirror Tarot. This is how we roll. This is you. This is us recovering after that piece of crap is out of, not on this plane anymore of existence. And that's Mother Earth recovering for humanity. And the Earth takes priority, perception, and revelation, discovering hidden treasure, reveals secrets. All the poisons in the mud are going to hatch out once he dies. There'll be no reason to cover up what he did. They're trying to stop him from taking on shame. No, they think if he croaks, his billionaire friends think they're going to skate completely. No, we can't allow that. That will not do. The ship needs to come in for the survivors, for those women that have waited since 1996. For some of these feckers have been getting away with it. Not anymore. Not anymore. A clear solution before he croaks, metaphorically. A clear solution that he can't stay in office a minute longer. He can't be tolerated. So what do those around you think of you? Collective. Oh, triumph, victory, good news for you, advancement. This is the Marie Masquerade, glamour, intrigue, and drama. That would be all the gaslighting. Oh, he's going to live to be 150. Oh, he's got bruised hands not because of something seriously wrong with him because he's old, but because he shakes hands. BS, that's bullshit. It's not going to fly. Fairy, glamour, intrigue, drama, it's all coming out. You create your own unique way of being able to show up with style and finesse. You use your discernment, and you don't give in to your squirrely people's requests. The toxic, you focus on your hard work. The toxic fears their enemies right now because their toxic life is crumbling. Stay away from them. I mean it. For real. Limited contact or no contact. For real. Because if you don't, they're going to jam up your manifestations at skill sets at a time that you're using them with efficacy. They're going to jam it up. What did I just say? When you've got stuff to do. Like I triple dog dared you at the beginning with your blessings. You need to be making love. You find a way. I triple dog dare you. 3 of Pentacles. Where you get to embellish upon your life. And life's little pleasures. The 10 of Cups. Till you get a happy ending. And this is all of them pretending everything's fine. I'm fine. It's fine. And they're not fine. And neither is Tiny Fist of Fury's not fine at all. He hasn't been fine since 1976. Heart's Desire. I love this card. Nothing needs to happen. Everything's exactly as it should or needs to be for you. Voodoo in blue. Someone takes your kindness as weakness. Forgiveness is weakness when you're dealing with a narcissist that you They trick you into forgiving them all the time, and it's like, not anymore. Forgiveness is weakness. They automatically exploit you, so their ego can be instantly fed because you just forgave them. None of their business if you forgave them. That's between you and God, so that you can surrender it, do your prayers correct, not be paying them lip service, forgive the little shits, and then have God get revenge on them, because that's how it's supposed to be done. So, if your good intentions are deliberately mistaken by your butt nut for a new invitation to hurt you, be clear and say, no way, go away. You're being too nice to a bully or an adversary right now. So quote, nice, end quote, that it sends a wishy-washy mixed message and gives them carte blanche to manipulate you. Quit it. Here we go, success. Well, you're satisfied. See, someone's going to get some action. You both get a happy ending. And a victory in the marriage bed. You're not dominating each other. It's a fair exchange of energy. Was it good for you? Yes. Was it good for you too? Yes, yes, yes. Nine of Cups. Wishes coming true. Can we do it again? Yes, yes, yes. Triple dog dare you. Uh-huh. And you're going off with a new lover. You're telling an old lover to piss off. Their karma is to see you get the love you deserve, and it's not with them. That's funny. The witch and at the end of the world. You graduated an important end of a new beginning. It's kind of nowish. All is well. The little witch will keep your world safe in your own skin. And Sandra, you come into the other side of these permanent welcome changes. They're bummed because you're the one who got away, and then you found the love you deserve, and it wasn't with them. So they suffer an unkindness from a friend because they go bitching about, we don't want to hear this shit from you anymore. We're tired of it. So they can't even vent. Loss of a toxic friendship and an end to your enemy's pleasure. The squirrely ones get all kinds of anxieties and troubles from unexpected sources. Hold on, and then I have to do the Bible one. Trying to do you in, they can't. It's reversed. And you're the Knight of Discs anyway. You're going over you. You're the High Priestess and know what you are doing. And the Queen of Cups. You have the best love in the whole wide world. Your beliefs and what you spiritually believe in draw from. Your authentic true self is in that cup. You give the best love. And Metatron's your friend, the Wheel of Fortune. Writing everything down to record. Two of Wands. Again, you got a choice to make. An important end to a new beginning. She looks like Elphaba from the Wicked. Oh, green. She's all green. What's this one? Oh, I feel that. What do you want to share? So that a man shall say, the divine masculine, verily there is a reward for the righteous. That's you, collective. Verily he is a God that judgeth in the earth. And this is for our soul family, because we, on our bullying stops here on 5 Mirror Tarot. Deliver me from mine enemies, O my God. Defend me from them that rise up against me, those squirrely people. Deliver me from the workers of iniquity, the narcissists. And save me from bloody men, those damned, distorted masculines in your life, like the one in the White House and his whole cabinet and ilk, and the Congress critters too. The one I did between 3 and 4 in the morning is short because my computer won't stay on long enough for me to use it well. Matthew 25:31. All of the nations will be gathered before him, and he will separate the people one from another, as a shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. Their time is up. The geo-pervert party, the geo-PDF party, covering up for these monsters party, well, they're tied to you-know-who at the hip. And Jesus said to his disciples, when the Son of Man comes to his glory, and all the angels with him, he will sit upon the glorious throne, and all the nations will be assembled before him, and he will separate them from one another, as a shepherd separates the sheep from the goat. The Holy Bible divination means this is a metaphor for the eternal inheritance that came up when I gave you the blessings. That comes way later on in the Bible. The eternal inheritance is in the prologue. A parable of the sheep and the goats, one of Jesus' most important teachings about what coming to glory means for mankind in the big picture. This is Jesus' final teaching about how we treat people. It describes how, after those in need, ascension and activation of Holy Spirit, how Jesus will sit in glory on his throne and separate people's energies based on how they treated needy people, regular people, first and second of all. Like cutting off the SNAP, taking away people's insurance. Got it? He's separating them now. He's separating them. They're the pariahs. They're damned. This is God's wrath. Jesus is on the throne now, isn't he? Leave me a comment. It's his wrath. We always say God's wrath. Oh, divine retribution. New covenant, Jesus is on that throne. It's his wrath. It has nothing to do with the second coming. It's what he does in the here and now every day. He doesn't live in the past or the future. The Christ consciousness that we use is in the here and now that we use on my channel. Got it? In Jesus' kingdom, he decides the blessed ones are those who do not get revenge or retaliate. What did I just say? With violence. But do get to bear witness to a new empire ruled by Jesus's encourages you to serve others. The blessed ones, that's us, that's our soul family, have demonstrated their faithfulness by performing acts of loving kindness to needy people too. When some of them are falling away now, this is a really miraculous time. But we are going to have to, when they're ready to be pulled in, you have to understand they think that this is the rapture, and that except for him and his little groupie there, everyone else is evil or demonic. Got it? So what you be telling to them? No, they need You just need to listen. I've been telling you this since I've got this channel since the last week of June. I haven't been here very long. I encourage you, you're going to have to listen and you're going to get triggered. They're still going to parrot and or click back into those patterns of spew. There'll come a time when they will come to you and then they will want not too much. Don't you bowl them over. Their eyes will glaze over. But there will come a time where now is the time that we just listen. You do not go partisan with them. Got it? That's what got them into this creepy cult with him. Metaphorically. That was a joke. Got it? Welcome to my channel. You weren't expecting that, were you? You weren't expecting me to say that, were you? Surprise. The gift in this verse is a vibe about salvation, even for a MAGA. Got it? And when he dies, when he really dies, we're all grown-ups here. It's a part of our life cycle. Life, death, and rebirth. Because it is. We can't exile them. They're gonna, some of them gonna do that to themselves. They're gonna just go off and isolate. But once he really is gone, a bunch of them, they're not gonna know what to do. And they're gonna be just terrified because they've been told that we're gonna do stuff to them. No, no, we're not. No, we're not. But see, they don't know that. They don't know that. So I'm telling you, in order to make it to be effective in the midterms, you're going to have to learn to bite your lip and hold your tongue while they're still running on fumes until they're ready to let go of it. You can't force them. Come on in and we're going to, because they think you're going to try and brainwash them. They already got brainwashed for the last 10 feckin' years. 20 if you count GW is where it started under Turd Blossom. That would be Carl Rove Bush's brain. Yeah. Our all hat, no cattle president. Remember the first one that the Supreme Court picked for us. Out of many that were picked for us. Hello. Did that sound bitter? Well, it's the truth. Well, this is a vibe about salvation based on God's unmerited favor that he shows love equally, even if you are poor, needy, homeless, or a MAGA. And that's God's grace. He sent Jesus to save every last one of us, even your MAGAs at this point in time. There was no sense in it before. They were just too far. Hook, line, and sinker. Reel him in. Well, now you know, using God's free will to do so, Jesus gave up the ghost willingly, didn't he? When he croaked on that cross. And he croaked on that cross for the orange polished turd in the White House, his cabinet, his Congress critters, his billionaire pedophilia buddies. So you think you know the story of the wild swans? Wait till you hear this one. Once upon a tumultuous day in a town called Salem, all the townsfolk came rushing to the square. That would be the Salem Common. All wanted to see the bitch burned. Also, another Mary in my Wicca 101 class that I taught right here in my home. Oh, and I'd read tarot cards for her. She was born in Salem, Massachusetts, and her name was Mary Conant. Yes, she was the great-great-great-granddaughter of Roger Conant, and if you go on the Common Square in Salem, Massachusetts, a huge bronze statue of Roger Conant is her relative now. She showed me his diaries. And before the 19 innocent souls were hanged, this is for educational and research, informational purposes. She said there were earlier hunts for the handmaidens of the devil when the devil came to Massachusetts. That's her heritage. As a child, she'd ride her bike to Gallows Hill, where they'd go and get the special trees that grow there. She'd go and get, as children, they'd go and get little pieces of wood from off the trees where the bitches were hanged. 19 innocent were hanged in Salem, Massachusetts. Part of the Bay Area is not San Francisco. Boston, Maine. So for all wanted to see that bitch burned, he said they burned the original. That was in his diary for Roger Conant. And later, as you're going to see in this story, the Porters were wealthy that came over from the corporation that Roger Conant came over from Beverly, Devonshire. He named Beverly, Massachusetts, and they used to tease Roger, she said. It was in his diary. He'd get so pissed off in his diary. They called it Beggarly, like beggars. Oh, he was so pissed about that. Well, anyway, the Porters wanted land is why the Salem bitch trials happened. And hold on. Oh, I got more for you here. But this is the story of the wild swans from the Brothers Grimm. Got it? An old horse-drawn cart took the old crone to Gallows Hill, on which sat Bridget Bishop. They had placed upon her garment a gown of coarse burlap sackcloth. Her lovely red hair hung loose about her puritanical collar. She was a pilgrim. They didn't wear pointy hats with a brim. They were pilgrims. They were Puritans. They wore the collar and the funny little white cap. There's your witches. Lovely red hair hung loose around her puritanical collar. Her cheeks were pale as death, while her mangled fingers were clasped in prayer, even on the way to meet the Grim Reaper. But the fairy that came out to greet her was this innocent woman's familiar. If I be a bitch, and a bitch I be, she conjured a familiar in that jail cell. G-A-O-L. Jail. That familiar came to greet her. It was fair and shining. Come with me now. Your brothers can be set free, but come with me now. This is the delirium she was in the night. She couldn't sleep very well the night before her real execution. Do you have the courage and the free will to do it to it? The sprite pulled at her. Don't go to sleep now. The will of Iron Men are about to be your undoing. We must seek out the seawater. Seawater you can walk to off of Darby Street, to the pier, to the House of Seven Gables to this day. I spent 8 years in Salem, Massachusetts. I know everything there is to know about the Salem bitch trials. That in time changes through erosion, the shape and rough granite stone laps at the shore in Salem. Seawater is softer than your delicate hand, but seawater will not feel the pain that your fingers will feel once the bonfire is lit. You know, you have Judge Hawthorne and Judge Corwin. So like Judge Hawthorne and Corwin, the seawater has no heart. So it can never suffer the anguish and the heartache that you will have to endure at the moment of your execution as the fire and the flames grow higher. On Gallows Hill. They were lit a fire on Gallows Hill, according to Roger Conant. And that was in 1688. Was the last one, according to his diary. They will burn your hands to blisters. The sprite holds out 12 shirts. Once you throw these 12 garments over the 12 swans, the spell over them is broken. Bridget Bishop knew to save her brothers from the moment that she undertook putting those shirts on her brothers on those swans, so that she could get mastery over the spell of the swans, until she swallowed each swan, even if it lasts for decades to come. She must not speak. The first word Bridget Bishop said would strike her brothers' hearts like a stabbing in the dark, and their lives are still at the mercy of your tongue. Now remember what I told you. So this fairy is telling her, you can't save yourself, but you can save others. The sprite touched Bridget's hand with a stinging nettle plant that burned like fire, and awakened Bridget Bishop's soul and awakened her fully. This is a real victim of the Salem witch trials in 1692, and she was executed, Bridget Bishop, on November 10th, 1692. She was a widow of 67 years who had land that the Porters wanted for themselves in the Salem township. This is the tale of suffering where she and 19 others were condemned in colonial New England and were, for real, executed. They were unalived. She suffered trying to save family or the people that she could by not speaking in court. One was pressed to death. A man would not speak in court so that they could not seize his farm, his goods, and throw his family out into the street. Without food, lodging, they would have perished. He refused. They put him under a door and piled stones on until he was crushed, is how he was executed. So she didn't speak either for the same reason, to save her loved ones. Got it? A fate not of her choosing, a tale of sacrifice. She was told that there was only one way to free them, to keep her silence. In the end, she was disfigured from burning, and the pain that she had to do it all in silence, she couldn't even cry out in pain. Her dedication to this task in the face of the demands for an explanation creates mistrust in all around her during this bitchcraft, the bitchcraft hysteria. But the truth is she cannot speak. She must keep to her task to the grisly end. She's dedicated to saving her brothers, who would also be named as bitches too. This is madness. And the message in this story? Know that when we see people who are ferociously dedicated to a task or a mission, that their single-mindedness might seem like madness, but they might have their own reasons. But this energy is being put into a great purpose. Plus, it's about bringing about great healing and great change. Now hold on. When you get over here, and where is it? I don't know. Let's see if we can find it. I think it's at the end. It's at the very end. Here she is. Testimony against Bridget Bishop. The deposition of Ann Putnam. Goody Tyler's evidence to increase Mather. Mary Eastie's appeal before being hanged. The hearing of John Alden, Mariner. The afflictions of Margaret Rule. The Salem jury's rule. Ann Putnam's confession from the pulpit. I desire to be humbled before God for that sad and humbling providence that befell my father's family in the year about 92, that I, being then in my childhood, should by such a providence of God be made an instrument for the accusing of several persons of a grievous crime, whereby their lives were taken away from them, whom now I have just grounds and good reason to believe they were innocent persons, and that it was a great delusion of Satan, that deceived me in the sad time whereby I justly fear I have been instrumental with others, through ignorantly and unwittingly, to bring upon myself in this land the guilt of innocent blood, through what was said or done by me against any person. I can truly and uprightly say before God and man, I did it not out of any anger, malice, or ill will to any person. For I had no such thing against any of them, but what I did was ignorantly being deluded by Satan. Charles Wentworth Upham, Salem Bitchcraft, 2 volumes, 1867. Unlike the jurors, even years afterward, Ann Putnam could not admit responsibility. The devil was at the root both for the deluded and for the innocent. Hanged Bridget Bishop, John Proctor. We whose names are underwritten, being in the year 1692 called to serve as jurors in a court in Salem on trial of many who were by name suspected guilty of doing acts of bitchcraft upon the bodies of sundry persons, we confess that we ourselves were not capable to understand, we were ignorant nor able to withstand the mysterious delusions of the powers of darkness and the prince of air, but were for want of knowledge in ourselves and better information from others prevailed with to take up with such evidence against the accused, as on further consideration and better information we justly fear was insufficient for touching the lives of any. Deuteronomy 17:6, whereby we fear we have been instrumental with others through ignorantly and unwittingly to bring upon ourselves and this people of the Lord the guilt of innocent blood, which sin the Lord saith in Scripture would not pardon. 2 Kings 24:4. That is, we suppose, in regard of his temporal judgments. This is actually I've seen the Bitchcraft documents. dressed like a pilgrim. They took my picture. The ladies in that library that have the documents loved me. She's just, and I showed up with you can't take a pen or anything in there with you. I had a pencil and what's it called? Cardstock, tag paper, brown paper. They loved me. We do therefore hereby signify to all in general and to the surviving sufferers in especial our deep sense of and sorrow for our errors in acting on such evidence to the condemning of any person for bitchcraft, and do hereby declare that we justly fear we were sadly deluded and mistaken, for which we are much disquieted and distressed in our minds, and do therefore humbly beg forgiveness, first of God, for Christ's sake, for this our error, and pray that God would not impute the guilt of it to ourselves nor others. That would be Judge Corwin and Judge Hawthorne. And we also pray that we may be considered candidly and aright by the living sufferers as being then under the power of a strong and general delusion, utterly unacquainted with and not experienced in matters of that nature. That would be the bitchcraft, the invisible world. We do heartily ask forgiveness of you all, whom we have justly offended, and do declare according to our present minds, we would none of us do such things again, on such grounds for the whole world, praying you to accept of this in way of satisfaction for our offense, and that you would bless the inheritance of the Lord, that he may be entreated for the land. That would be Massachusetts. Foreman Thomas Fisk, William Fisk, Thomas Fisk Jr., Joseph Evelith, John Peabody, Peabody, Massachusetts is named after him. Samuel Sayer, Henry Herrick Sr., John Batchelor, John Dane, Thomas Purley Sr., Thomas Perkins, and Andrew Elliott. At the month of 2 witnesses or 3 witnesses shall he that is worthy of death be put to death, but at the mouth of 1 witness he shall not be put in death. And also for the innocent blood that he shed, for he filled Jerusalem with innocent blood, which the Lord would not pardon. In 1706, with Ann Putnam, now a woman of 26, standing in the body of the church, the Reverend Joseph Green read her confession from the pulpit, and when he had finished, she acknowledged it to be hers. The great hysteria, the bitch hysteria, had come to an end, only to be born over and over in later times in different shapes. For if we do not hanged the bitches today, we have our own similar vaster crimes, and after we have done with them, we always say, we are sorry. Wasn't that fun? I told you can't let the children in the room because they're not going to understand. What is the Salem bitch trials, Mummy? I love it. You come in here and you let me be myself. And I'm just going to get big love poured all over you guys this morning. I thank you so much for sharing this incredibly beautiful, very abundant, magical, sensual, pleasurable, expansive. Sometimes we are serious, yet playful. I told you a joke about the Salem bitch trials, which was educational, wasn't it? Historical and educational for entertainment purposes only. Magnificent space. You come in here and you show me a kindness. I love you for that. And I thank you for sharing this very centered, grounded, connected space. And you come share that with me, and I love the authentic camaraderie that we raise that cone of power for learning. And you, the viewer, you're the one who's making all this wonderment happen for me. You show me a kindness. So I absolutely cannot wait to do it all again in the next reading. And I love you guys so, so much. And I'm so, so grateful for you. So let's hear it for world peace, the Kosen Rufu. And you promise me you will go out there and have a really great